Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I am going to be doing a full face of drugstore makeup. I am going to be using all Wet n Wild products. I went to Ulta today just because I wanted to buy one of the foundations. I used this before and I had mixed reviews about it, so I just wanted to give it one more try. So I went to go and buy that, and then I just decided to buy a few more products, and some products I already had. This is one of the main products that I really wanted to go and get, so I went to go buy this. So I just thought it would be a good idea to do full face of Wet n Wild. Obviously my eyelashes aren't Wet n Wild, and my eyelash glue, but everything else will be Wet n Wild. So if you guys want to see what look I create and my thoughts on the products, then just keep on watching. So the first thing that I'm going to start off by doing is filling in my eyebrows. That's usually the first thing I do when I start doing my makeup, is eyebrows, eyeshadow, primer, foundation, and then so on. So for my eyebrows, I am going to be using this Wet n Wild kohl eyeliner. I used to use this before when I used to use eyebrow pencils, but now I use powder. But since I already had this, I just decided not to buy anything. So I am just gonna fill in my eyebrows. For those of you who don't know, my eyebrows are tattooed, so I just kind of follow the shape of them. If you do see me looking down, it's because my mirror is right here. Okay, so we are just gonna start off by filling in our brows. I haven't used a brow pencil in forever, so might be a little weird. I used to really like this pencil back in the day, but now I like more of a natural look, and this is kind of more like of a bolder look. So if you guys want a more of a natural look, I would totally go for a brow powder. Okay, so here is one brow completed. The color is a little too like reddish brown, and my hair color is black, but other than that, I do like it. I do prefer a brow powder though. This is a little too bold. If you like bold eyebrows, then it would be good for you. Even though it's an eyeliner, it works for me as a brow pencil. So I'm just gonna do the other eyebrow, and I will be back to do the eyeshadow. So I got this concealer in from Wet n Wild. This is the Photo Focus Concealer Corrector, and it is tested under 7 light conditions. It is cruelty free, and the color that I got is in a light ivory. We're just gonna apply some concealer on the eye. I've never tried this concealer before, so I'm wondering how it's gonna work as a concealer. And it feels a little greasy, like, I don't know, it just feels greasy. I don't know if I'm gonna like it as a concealer. I used to be oily, like I used to have oily skin, but after I had my baby, my skin kind of got dry. My T-zones are oily, but under my eyes and like forehead and cheeks, they are super dry now. So in my T-zone, this concealer would be a mess, but that's just how they feel on my eyes. We will see how it feels as a concealer. So now that they are primed or concealed, I am going to reach into the Not Basic Peach palette that they came out with, and this is a new palette. And so I am going to be using kind of like a flat top brush, and we are just gonna go into the first little transition color here. That's the lightest one, so I'm just gonna set my eye with that, just so that concealer will set and not move around. Okay, so now that they are set, I am going to reach into this orangey shade right here, and I am just gonna add that onto the crease. And we are just gonna start to blend. And I'm just using this BH Cosmetics blending brush that I've had forever. Okay, now the next color that I am going to be taking is this transition color right here. It's a little, in person, it looks a little more brown than what that orangey shade looks like. They almost look the same. This one actually looks darker, like brighter. So this one's just a little bit darker. So I'm just gonna add that onto the crease with a smaller blending brush, just to deepen that crease up. So far the colors are blending out really good, so we shall see. So I zoomed you guys in a little bit more just so you guys can see a little better. The eyeshadows so far are blending out really good, and they are really pigmented, so I really do like that. I'm just gonna go back with that blending brush, and I am just gonna blend those two shadows together just so there won't be any harsh edges. The next thing that I'm going to do is go into this darker brown color, and I am just going to add that onto the crease just to deepen that up a little bit more. I'm just going to use this blending brush right here. It's just a little smaller. Sorry, I can't get this camera to focus. Then tap out the excess and just add that onto the crease. And as you can see, super pigmented. I am gonna have to blend that out. So the trick that I learned from Nicole Guerrero is you put some concealer on your eyelid, and then you open your eye, and wherever that hits, that is where your cut crease starts. So we are gonna go into this duochrome shadow right there, and I'm just gonna use a flat top brush, and we are gonna pat that on. Oh my gosh, this color looks so pretty. I don't even know if you can see on camera. I'm gonna try it with my finger. This color applies way better with your finger than with the brush. I mean, you could probably try it wet, but I personally, if it doesn't apply with the brush good, then I just want to finger. The concealer though is what I did not like. Like, you can't even tell that I did a cut crease. We're just gonna go back with that brown eyeshadow. Actually, no, we're gonna go back to the transition color, and we are gonna blend it in with that color that we just added. And now we're gonna go back with the dark brown, and we are gonna add that to the outer corner. That brown is really pigmented. I don't know if you guys can see, but it is super pigmented. A little bit goes a long way. So that is what the eyes look like. I'm just gonna go one more time with that blending brush and blend them all out. Just once again to make sure we don't have any harsh edges. Okay, now that the eyes are all done, we are going to move on to the face, and I am just going to be using this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Face Primer in matte. It says it is the same formula, new look. I've never tried this primer in the past before, so we'll see how it works. I used to have really oily skin before my baby, but after I had him, my skin changed. I now have like combination skin. I get really oily around here and my nose and right here, but everywhere around my lips right here and under my eyes especially are really dry. So I don't know if a matte one's gonna work for me or not, but we'll see how this one works. Whoa, it kind of looks like a moisturizer. think I grabbed a little too much, but oh well. We're just gonna apply that everywhere. I can feel it like getting tacky really quick. The next thing that we're going to do is apply the foundation. I'm just going to be using the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation in Soft Beige. I can't ever find my shade in this foundation. I've tried different shades and every shade doesn't seem to match my skin color, but this is the best one that I could find that matches me. I don't know how I feel about this foundation. I have mixed thoughts on it. One, don't like the smell of it. It smells like paint, literally. And then also kind of feels a little too heavy on my face. I do like that it is pretty full coverage. So we are just gonna apply this, and I really do love that they come with the spatula because it just makes it easier to apply. And I'm just gonna use my Real Technique sponge, and we are just gonna blend that in. But yeah, that is how that looks like. I look really matte right now, actually. I don't know if it's the foundation with the primer. The next thing that we are going to do is apply concealer, and I'm really nervous about this. So once again, Photo Focus Concealer in Light Ivory. And we are just gonna apply that under the eye. I feel like I have to use a lot of this. I have to keep dipping. And we are just gonna blend that in with my beauty blender. I mean, so far as concealer, it looks pretty good. Actually, I really like it under the eyes. Did a pretty good job there. I'm very surprised, and it blends out very easy like the foundation. Yeah, that looks really good, you guys. I'm actually really surprised that I ended up liking it. So far, so good. The next thing that we are going to do is set our powders, and I really have been enjoying this Wet n Wild Mega Glow Contouring Palette Contour, and I am using it in the shade 749A Dulce de Leche. And I am just going to be grabbing this kind of small brush, and I am just gonna apply that onto the under eye so it won't crease. And everywhere else that we applied concealer. And for bronzer, we are going to use the other side. I'm just going to be using this brush right here. I really like this contour. I will use it more as a contour than a bronzer. And kissy face. And now I'm going to grab my NARS Ita brush, and with the same brown color, we are going to contour the nose a little bit. The next thing that we are going to be doing is applying blush, and I've had this for a long time already. It's barely hitting pan. I really love it. I use it every day for like my work makeup. Well, not every day since I don't work every day, but this is in the shade Mellow Wine. They are super pigmented. A little goes a long way, trust me. And I'm just going to be using it with this angled brush. Like, it literally, a little goes a long way. Do you see? We are going to be applying some highlighter, and their highlighters are bomb. They're like comparable to any high-end highlighter. This is the Wet n Wild Mega Glow Highlighter Powder, and this is in the Precious Petals. They did come out with some new ones, but I didn't really like them. I like this one. kind of like a rose gold color. I'm just applying it with a fan brush. That's usually what I apply my, like, do you see that? That's usually what I apply my highlighters with. Okay, so we are gonna go and finish the eyes now. I am using this kind of flat brush just for the under eye, and we are gonna go with that orangey shade first and just apply that under the eye. And the next color that we are going to be using is this one right here. And then the last one would be the dark brown that we applied. And now we are going to go back with that dark shadow and apply that only to the outer part. And the very last thing is we are going to apply some inner corner highlight. And I am going to go with this shade here. It's like almost the same as the transition color, but it has a little glitter in it. I'm just going to grab this small little brush. And we are just going to pop it in there. So it's okay, that color. I don't know if you can even see it. And we're also going to apply that on the brow bone. And we are almost done. The last step would be to apply eyelashes, but since I don't have any Wet n Wild eyelashes, I'm going to go apply them off camera and then be back to finish up the look with the lips. Okay guys, so now I have applied my lashes. The lashes I am using are the Gala lashes. There we go. The Gala lashes from Kiss, and I am just gonna set or put some mascara on, and I'm just using this Rimmel mascara. I didn't get mascara just because I'm really not gonna use mascara. I'm applying lashes, so I just needed to set it with. And we are also gonna apply some to our bottom lashes. Okay, so moving on, we are going to be doing our lips. I am going to be using this Wet n Wild Perfect Pout Gel Lip Liner, and this is in the color Bear to Comment. And it is a retractable, and it's really nice. It like goes on really smooth, and they're really pigmented. This is kind of like a, let me show you, like a peachy color. I really love it. Yeah, this liner is really pretty. This I highly recommend. This is one of the best lip liners I have tried so far. Now for lips, we are going to be applying this Wet n Wild Liquid Katsu, and this is in the color Nudie Patootie. Just gonna go back with the lip liner and add some dimension to that. And the last thing is we are gonna set our face, and the product that I'm going to be using is this Wet n Wild Photo Focus Natural Finish Setting Spray. I can't tell, but it does spray a lot, so you need to be careful with it. So yeah guys, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is like my first really ever makeup tutorial video in a long time, so I'm sorry if it wasn't the greatest, but if you did enjoy, give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you guys in my next video.